All right, so welcome to the Volano secret spot. I call it a secret. Hold on, come here. Shh. I call it a secret because it's kind of one of those locals only places. So let me show you. Okay, so you see that's the main road right there? This is what you take out to the Volano Beach boat ramp. But when you get right here is a little dirt road just before the boat ramp, and you come in to this spot here, and this right here is the Volano secret spot. Awesome for kayaks. Down there is a good spot for fishing. You can also launch kayaks down there, but I love it here. This area is great during high tide. Normally you cannot access this water, and we have a great opportunity for high tide right now. We're gonna go up that way and around the overpass right here toward the Florida School for the Deaf and the Blind. And it's beautiful back there. I've seen lots of birds and fish there. And we're gonna try to get out to the marina on the Intracoastal where I have seen manatees before. And we are off. So it's pretty windy today, so hopefully the audio holds up. Right now we are at high tide. Well, high tide's in probably 30 more minutes. But it is beautiful right now. So I love it back here because there's so many animals, so much grassland, and you can't access it when the tide is low. This is all mud and oysters. Now, my last video I was talking about how nice it was that the fresh water warmed up faster. The salt water is pretty frigid today. All right, definitely a tight fit under this bridge. Now on my video at the Douglas C. Crane Park, I talked quite a bit about the mangroves, and I don't think they got a good view of really what they are at that time of day. So right now, these are all flooded. So this is a perfect habitat for young fish, young sharks to learn how to hunt. And it really makes for some beautiful kayaking. And the great thing about a kayak is you can get places other boats cannot. It's pretty shallow here. Well, in some spots. I mean, I was starting to say that when my paddle was hitting the sand, and then I put it back in and it went down a couple of feet. So you can see a bit of a current coming in there. Mangroves are also a great habitat for all the birds in the area. They tend to nest here, and you can hear a lot of them now. Right ahead, all those buildings, is the Florida School for the Deaf and the Blind. And if you go on any of the tours in St. Augustine, you're going to learn that Ray Charles went there. What you're not going to learn is that my Aunt Pat was also supposed to be there. Oh, a fish jumped. Yeah, I highly recommend this spot at high tide. It is really beautiful. I'm seeing lots of birds already. Hopefully some more as we get around this corner. I hear some insane wind, so I'm gonna probably have to edit out a bunch of noise coming up here. You can see that palm tree moving right now, and the current. And here we go. Another great spot for fishing right here. So we're gonna head under this overpass, which is one of the entrances to the Florida School for Deaf and Blind. And then head through to some more water before we hit the Intracoastal. Oh, that's gonna be fun. How's it going? Yeah, that current looks fun too. Instantly choppier. All right, so kayaking tip, that happens sometimes. Despite all your great intentions for wanting to go to a certain area, you get out there and you realize that the conditions are just not suitable that day for kayaking. And it's important to stay safe. St. Augustine's waters are very turbulent, and our tides change twice a day, like everywhere else in the world, but they change by 0 to 6 feet. I mean, it's a pretty big change. I have been sailing here. I had a concussion. I've been kayaking here. I've been in a motorboat here, and it is, you know, a very tumultuous area, and one that I would watch out for. Definitely be, you know, err on the side of caution. You know, if you're in a, you know, 50-pound kayak all by yourself, and the water's really choppy like that, you might have a bad time. So instead, we're going to paddle through the more shallow areas that you can't usually get to. Have about an hour or so of water still coming in, and probably an extra hour after that till it's difficult to get back out. So we are gonna see what we can see and explore some of these beautiful lowlands. I think I saw an egret. A snowy or a great? I think that's a snowy based on the head, but I'm not close enough yet. Oh no, that's a great egret. It's a young one, but yeah, that's what that is. Fingers crossed. Yeah, like that one is just like rebar and a post. I mean, I get that most of these are, but come on. This is crazy. There's a great blue heron. You know me, I love going under docks. Let's see if I can fit this time. Oh, like an inch of clearance for the camera. Jeez. I guess kayaking tip number 2, don't go on people's docks. That's a surefire way to not make friends. Now this one is broken. This is all torn apart, probably from the hurricane about 2 years ago. Over there is the giant cross. I think that's the Lady of Leche church. All right, now there's nothing blocking the wind from the ocean. Luckily, all the grass and mangroves are keeping the water decent, not too choppy. But the wind and the current are a bit of a pain to paddle against. So I guess kayaking tip number 2, keep pacing yourself. Whenever you're starting to feel tired or think, hey, I'm gonna be tired in about 10 minutes, but I have an hour to head back, plan for that. The last thing you wanna do is be stuck and not able to get back because your shoulders are killing you. Yeah, Fountain of Youth I would also recommend. I mean, you know, Cortez spent so much time trying to find it, you might as well go take a look. No, it really is a good tour though. You learn a lot about the Native Americans in the area, a lot about our water system here in Florida, and they have tons of peacocks everywhere, just running around, flying. It's pretty nice, and they're not afraid of people at all. So if you like peacocks, if you like history, definitely check out the Fountain of Youth. I can hear the peacocks, so we're gonna head over there. All right, so this is the back of the Fountain of Youth. Again, recommend this tour. It's beautiful. Yes, you can climb that tower and get a really good view of the area. And there's that gorgeous long dock to check out. Lots of buildings and history to explore on the property, which you can see part of it there. Kayaking tip number 3, check wind conditions, which I did not do. It is rough out here today. Not a great day for kayaking. The tides are great. The water's great. The sunlight is great. But this wind has me questioning my life choices. Yeah, I keep seeing little, I don't know what they are. Crabs or something on these. Not really crabs, but there's a spider. I hate spiders. Stay in the water. Jerk. Alright, kayaking tip number 4, take breaks. If your shoulders are killing you, you just can't make it, take a quick breather. Preferably in a shallow spot where you can use your paddle to anchor yourself. I don't have that luxury at the moment. Hello? Hi. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm headed back toward the car. It's a crazy day out here. It is, like, the tide is great, the water's great, the sun's great, the wind is atrocious.
Really?
Yeah, I couldn't even get to the intercoastal. Like, once I came around that corner, it was so choppy, I was about to capsize.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't even know what the knots are today. I'm gonna have to watch it, but it's like I'm in a calm spot right now, but it gets like crazy real quick. Which, you're on video right now, so this brings us to kayaking tip number 5. Throw your smartphone in your waterproof bag and wear your Apple Watch so you can take a call from your wife. First time doing that. Alright, so let me know in the comments below what you guys think about the new angles, the new equipment, how the audio is sounding, how the video is being edited. This is really a big hobby for me. It's a lot of fun. And I really take all your tips and criticism into account. So if there's anything you want to see me do differently, do better, let me know. I know it's a lot of kayaking. I will get to other adventures this summer. But you know, this is what I love doing, and that's why I'm out here. But to everybody watching, I love comments. So the more the better. If you have a place to recommend, a place you want me to come out and review, if you want to go kayaking with me and you live locally, leave it in the comments below. Let me know. Alright, so that about does it for this part of Volano. Highly recommended area. Remember to come at high tide, check the wind forecast, take breaks, and just have a great time. So if you like this video, it would mean a lot to give me that thumbs up. Share it with your friends who like the outdoors and love kayaking, fishing, any kind of fun adventures. And if you want to see more secret spots like this, go ahead and hit subscribe. Until next time, keep having adventures.